Sand Creek. How you doing? That was fun. I figure since you're more of the fish person, I have fish, but I figured if you didn't know it, I would never know it. I've got more actual land animals than I've got aquatic animals. Good. Glad to hear it. See if anyone else comes in. I don't go live a lot anymore. I kind of miss it. But it's always so quiet anymore. I used to have a lot more people. Not good with saltwater. Me either. Like, obviously the obvious ones, like the blue tang and the clownfish, and you know, like if I saw a pufferfish, I would know, or you know, that kind of thing. The lionfish. There are certain ones that are more common that I would recognize. But and I've never kept any saltwater fish either. So one day. We have at work, where the pet store that I work at has a puffer fish, and he has got just, I love the look on his face. He's got the cutest face. He's a pretty good size. He's almost the size of my hand, and I would love to have him, but again, he's saltwater, so I would have to, I would just get him, you know, get a tank, put him in it. I'd have to learn saltwater, and I'd have to be really good about water changes or whatever, because I would not want to accidentally kill this fish because he's a $70 fish. And it scares me to spend a lot of money on something that has such a delicate life, you know? 25 is really good. My most common is, like, I'm excited when I get 10. To be honest, I get excited when I get 10. But in the past, there have been fallings out with people, and I had more people back then, and a lot of people took sides. So when there was a falling out with somebody, other people went too, and it's a shame when that kind of thing happens. But, you know, you find out who true friends are, and the true ones stick around, and the ones who are more fickle leave. So that's all I can say to that. Saltwater is easy once you get it running. I've heard that too, you know, because I think it's complicated, but I've never tried. So, but I would just, like, even with a freshwater fish, I've done freshwater, but even then I would cringe at spending a lot of money on a fish, just in case I kill it, you know? Because I am not a fan of water changes. We do, we do our water changes with buckets. So I'm not a fan of water changes, and yeah. And I would love to have an axolotl, but that's yet another water change, and they're not exactly the cheapest of animals to buy, so I'm holding off because I don't want to kill it. I hate water changes, and I don't know why. I will gladly clean out a hamster cage, a rabbit cage, a bird cage. Tell me to do a water change, and I want to drag my feet. Do water changes once a month. That's about almost what I do. Even though originally my plan was going to be like every couple weeks. My husband will do the bigger tanks every couple of weeks. Oh, hello, average girl. She can't hear me yet, but alright. I'll type it. You have a ball python too? That's cool. I would love to have a snake, but then I wouldn't have the heart to feed it alive. I wouldn't have the heart to feed live food. And then I'm not even fond of the frozen thawed because of how they end up dying. Like, I don't feel like it's a humane death. Oh no, no one's messing with me. No one's messing with me. You have 15. We have, that's a lot of, do you do bucket water changes or do you have like a snake, like or some sort of system? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fish tanks. And I have other tanks, but they're terrariums or whatever. I have a crabitat and I have a, whatever the frog. I have a Pac-Man frog and hermit crabs and a tarantula and yeah, I did raise mice for food, live mice for food, but I had to put it out of my head where they were going. I felt bad for them every time. I'm like, here she is, poor little mousey. But I don't like that how they die either. I don't like how they die when they're live. I don't like how they die when they're killed ahead of time. It just makes me sad. A gravel vac that hooks to the sink, that would be a lot easier. Like, we're always walking back and forth with a bucket. We use the gravel vac and fill up the water bucket, and then we dump it in the sink, and then we walk back and do it again, and then we dump it, and then we walk back and do it again. And then we have to fill the buckets to put it all back in, and it's exercise, I guess. And since I have pet rats too, I wouldn't be able to get a snake that gets so big that I would have to feed it rats. My pet rats were feeders, and I brought them home as pets, and they're the sweetest things, so I would have a really, really hard time with that. I would have to get myself a snake that doesn't get very big that would stay on mice. And I would have to feed them frozen thawed. And not think about how they died and all of that. I just, I have this tendency, this, I don't know if it's a flaw or not, but I always am putting myself in their position and wondering what is going through their minds, and I know they don't think like we do, but they do feel fear and they do feel pain, and that's what I think about, and it makes me sad. Your smallest tank is 60 gallons? Holy. Our largest tank is 75. My tanks that I take care of are no bigger than a 20, but we've got a 55 and a 75 that my husband takes care of, and I take care of the 20 and the 10 and, that kind of thing. And he's eating, average girl? He's eating again? Because he was on a hunger strike there for a few months. I have a coworker that's got like 10 snakes. And then his roommate, who's also a coworker of mine, has about just as many tarantulas, different varieties of tarantulas. And he's got a couple of snakes. And he's got a skink. Can't remember if it's a blue tongue skink or if it's a different skink. It's a skink, nonetheless. And he's got tarantulas that can kill you. He doesn't handle them. I'm like, why do you have something that can escape and kill you in your sleep? Because they're cool. cool. 10 gallons. Wow. That's craziness. Do you do all your water changes in one day, or do you spread them out? Oh no, buffering. You spread them out? If you did them all in one day, how long do you think that would take? Have you ever done them all in one day? I would be curious to know how long that would take. Because then you wouldn't have to worry about them again until the next month. But if you spread them out, you're like having to do something, you know, thinking about them more. Usually half and half. And then when I do my water, when I finally do talk myself into doing my water changes, I'm like, every time I'm like, that's not so bad. Why do I hate this so much? But then the next time when I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's going to be time to do it again, especially the goldfish, then I'm like, oh, I'm dragging my feet. And I'm like, one more day, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And then when I finally do it, I'm like, again, it's not so bad. Why do I hate this so much? I don't know. Maybe it's my depression, because depression can really mess with your motivation. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with it too. And just, you know, I'm not motivated to do the maintenance. I don't know. It depends on how deep clean I do. If I just change water, it doesn't take long. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And see, on my little tanks, I don't have gravel, because I'm like, I am not going to spend all my time poking through all the gravel, getting all the waste out of it. So they have bare bottoms, and I use the gravel vac just to suck the waste off the bottom and call it a day. It's much easier. Whereas the bigger tanks have the gravel, and my husband takes care of those, but I don't have to worry about getting all the waste out of the gravel, which I kind of like. I've never really had live plants in my tanks. I did duckweed in my female sorority. I think it was in my female sorority. I put duckweed in, and I had mystery snails in there, and they ate my duckweed. They ate my duckweed. So I was like, well, dang it. But I've never really tried any other aquatic plants. I'm kind of a plant killer. So I was like, I don't know if I can do it. But now I'm trying to get into plants a little bit more. Just regular plants, not aquatic plants. But because I have a tendency to forget to water or anything like that. And if I did aquatic plants, I'd have to do the ones where don't need CO2 and all of that. I would need really like beginner plants for sure. Yeah, I had a macro lens on my phone, and I took a picture of one of my mystery snails chowing down on my duckweed, and it is the funniest, like the look on his face, because his mouth was open, and it was just like he was like, oh, I've been caught. And it was just, I still have that picture. I don't have the snail anymore, but I still have the picture, and I won't get rid of it because I laugh every time I see it. If I could find it, I'll put it up on the screen, but it is like the funniest, to me, it's the funniest picture ever. Let me see. Just good lights. So, are there, Are there plants that say they need CO2 that you can get away with not using CO2? Or, like, I'm totally plant stupid when it comes to this. Let me see if I can find my snail. Is he not in here? Here's the pufferfish I mentioned. Let me get the pufferfish up so you can see the pufferfish. It looks like I gotta find. I have two giant Florida apple snails. I love them. They grow slow without CO2. Sometimes growing slow can be good though, right? Because then you don't have to trim them back. That could be an advantage anyway. Let's see. Where's my puffer? The puffer at work. I don't know if he's still there because I haven't been to work in a while, but let me pull up the puffer so you can see the puffer. I love him. I just love his face. Love his little puffy face. There he is. I just love him. I just look at him. Can't you just see having him in your tank? Like, oh, I just love that face. Love it, love it. I want that face in my tank looking at me. He just looks like he's smiling. I love it. I want that fish, but he's $70. You just let yours overgrow and trim them all once. I love that little fish. He just looks like he looks out at you and smiles. Is it the puffers that are freshwater? Are they the pea puffers, or are there bigger puffers that are freshwater? I think pea puffers are really cute too. Where is? I gotta find my. I forget what I'm looking for. What was I looking for originally? Wow, my brain is not awake. What was I originally looking for? Oh my gosh, it wasn't that important. I can't remember. Don't stand on my laptop when I'm streaming. Oh yeah, my snail. Okay. Let me see. No wonder if it's not on this laptop at all. I might have to go to Instagram. Alright, let me see. I know I have it on Instagram that I can pull it off of. I don't think I saved the picture itself to this particular laptop, so I'm going to scroll down in my Instagram. Because I know it's in here. But yeah, I love my giant Florida apple snails. They're awesome. Where are you? Ah, there it is. Alright, I'm going to screenshot it on my phone, send it to myself in Facebook Messenger, and then I can pull it up on the laptop. That's how I do that, if I don't have it on the system. All right. Big puffer is biggest freshwater is the size of a small dog. Wow. Maybe I need to stick with pea puffers. I don't have a tank for a small dog. Jeez. All right, I've almost got it. Almost got it. Save. All right, now I can pull it up. Hello. There he is. There he is. Look at that face. It cracks me up. He cracks me up. He's like, ooh, she caught me. Ooh. Cool. I'll have to look that up. Puffers are cute. I think puffers are really cute. Oh, what kind of meow was that, huh? You're in the way so I can't see. Miss, you're in the way so I can't see. Yeah, I love that picture. Even a snail has a funny personality. Why do you have to be right here, huh? Why? Yeah, I think even little pea puffers have the cutest little faces. So maybe when I have an empty tank, maybe I'll look into getting a couple of pea puffers. They can be in groups, right? I think they can be in groups. You don't have to just get like one pea puffer. I think they can be more than one. If you look at it, you will run into... Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'll have to look at, because I think we've got pea puffers at work, if I remember correctly. See, look at that. I've been live for how long now? Almost half an hour, and you're the only one in here. It's so depressing. So thank you for coming, so I'm not alone. I know I'm not the most exciting in the world, but thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good day. Oh, good luck with your doctor's appointment, and be safe when you're out there, if you're going out for it. I know a lot of people are doing appointments over the phone. Have a good one. Ooh. So it's like a follow-up appointment from that. Okay, well, be safe. Take care. Hey, Kristen. Your dad has your laptop? Is it getting fixed or? I feel like I need to brew more coffee. One isn't enough. My mind isn't working yet. It's not getting fixed. He's just using it. Have you been doing any of your crafts, Kristen? I'm still looking forward to seeing your felting projects. Oh, okay. He needs it for scouts. Oh, cool. No, I'm not surprised that it's slow, though, because the notifications aren't working properly. Like, I literally just happened to stumble on Mrs. Green Thumb this morning because when I was just browsing around YouTube and I saw she was live, because it just popped, like it came up or whatever, I literally looked in the inbox for notifications and it wasn't there. I'm like, well, jeez. So I just happened to be browsing around on it to even see that she was there. Otherwise, if I was relying on my notifications, I would have missed it. Yeah, I need to finish my mom's done painting bookmark. I did a video of what it looked like before I did. Oh, cool. Did I have to come? Well, I can't come on during. That wouldn't be right. And I was still sleeping before she went on. So that's why I do it after. Hey, Jules. Hello, hello. Yes, I can't do it during. That would be wrong. Wrong of me, right, Shadow? She's still walking in front of the screen, so I'm having issues typing and seeing. You got up at 6:08 a.m. Not me. I think it was about 9 o'clock when I woke up, but then I kind of lingered and browsed on YouTube for a while and just happened to stumble on when she started hers because I didn't get a notification. I literally looked. I was like, did I get a notification that she came on? And I looked and nothing. I'm like, really? I just happened to stumble on her. I don't know what is up with the notifications lately. It's not good. We had the dog this morning and today. It was my dog's birthday yesterday, little Bella. She got a big birthday cookie. I did not give it to her all at once because it's as big as her head. So I broke off a corner, let her have that. I gave a corner to Brinley too because, you know, when it's someone's birthday, everybody gets a piece of birthday cake. So Brinley got a piece of cookie too. It has, you know, dog-friendly icing on it, and it says happy birthday on it. But it was Bella's birthday yesterday. My little birthday girl. She got a new harness too. Because she got too chunky for her small one. So now instead of the harness that she had before, was an extra, extra small. Now she's on an extra small. And it fits her perfect. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've already been here for half an hour, and for the most part, Sand Creek was here, and that was about it. But we talked fish a little bit. It's always quiet in my live streams. I mean, I don't want it to be super, super busy because then I feel like I'd have anxiety. But, you know, I don't want it to be so dead that all I do is stare at the screen because I have nothing to talk about because there's no one here. It's hard for me to pull conversation out of thin air. It's easier when people are in the chat talking because then it's a springboard for talking more, you know. But if there's nobody here, I have a really hard time just pulling conversation right out of the air. Meep, meep. Meep, meep, meep. I have to talk to the finch this morning. Meep, meep. I still don't know what to name him. Seriously, if it was a female, he would be named Mimi. But I don't know what to name him. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Average Girl was having connection issues. Her internet's been kind of funky. She was in here for a little bit. I'm going to try and put up a video later. I recorded myself yesterday kind of putting some seeds in paper towel for germination. And then I ended that video there, but then I planted the other ones in cups in actual soil. So I want to at least record and show the cups. Like I've already planted them, but I want to at least, okay, these are the cups that I planted, and this is what's in them. But I actually literally recorded putting seeds in paper towel for germination. So I want to put that up in a little bit. And then one of them is peppers that I planted. And when they need to be transplanted, I've got a bin outside that I'll probably just put, because I don't have good ground. So what I'm going to do is use a big bin, just a bin, and fill that up with soil and, you know, whatever, and transplant the peppers into that and see how that goes. See how that goes. What are you doing, Hera? Hera is like jumping around. She's having fun, I guess. Running around, moving her tunnel around. She's playing. But all I can hear is rustling around. I'm not a good vlogger. I'm planting the seeds in the biodegradable pots today. You are just... Jules found a pot of gold at the Dollar Tree yesterday. Biodegradable pots. So you just have to transplant the whole thing. I don't know if I'm a good vlogger or an interesting vlogger, but I at least recorded myself doing the seeds yesterday. Nothing really interesting has been happening to vlog otherwise because, you know, I've put things up on Facebook before where I'm like, I gotta get up, I woke up late, the couch is waiting, you know, I'm late for the couch. Because, you know, you get up in the morning and what do? Get on the computer, turn on the TV, just sit on the couch, maybe clean something, but it's not real exciting. I guess I could be like, alright, for today's vlog, I am cleaning this animal enclosure, which I gotta do for the rabbits today because they've done a lot of poop. I've gotta clean litter boxes, and the cage that Thea is in, I gotta sweep because even though she's been using the litter box, she's also been pooping around the cage. So I gotta sweep all that up. Yep, poop. It's a way of life in this house with all these animals. Lots of poop. Hey, Doughboy. And when I was at work, that was, poop at work, poop at home, lots of poop. Yep, corn cobs equals toilet paper. Don't get a bidet if you run out of toilet paper. Use a corn cob. I can't even imagine how uncomfortable that must feel. Hey, Endler. Poop conversation. Yep, when you have as many animals, when you work with animals and have personal animals that all they do is poop, it ends up coming into the conversation. New England Endler. Another? Is there more than one? Oh, not an Endler, but you're in New England. Gotcha. I really need to make more coffee because my brain is not wanting to function this morning. Cool. What happened to that other person when he was in class and talking to you? What do you mean? The other person in class talking to me. I don't know. Who do you mean? Do you remember the name? Remy, you're so quiet this morning. You're usually chatting up a storm. Oh, Barry. You mean Barry? I haven't seen Barry in forever. And that's very unusual because even if he's not in a live stream, obviously he's not going to be visiting while he's in school because school is closed. But he would usually comment on some of my videos, even if he didn't watch them. He would just click on the video so that he could make a comment to talk to me. But he hasn't done that either, so I don't know what is going on or where he is or what he's doing and if he's okay. I know nothing. And it kind of worries me because he pretty much has dropped off the face of the planet, and I don't know. I haven't seen him either. An average girl has said the same thing. Usually, even if he's not making an appearance on my channel, he's always talking to her, but she hasn't seen him either. And that is very, very unusual. He's the same age as my son, so he's 17. Yeah, I have no idea. I do too. Yeah, he struggles with a few different conditions. Depression, anxiety, there's something else that I can't remember. So he has, like, I think in a lot of cases he's got impulse control problems too with his moods. But yeah. Oh, that's cool. So you guys are pretty close together. So what's everybody going to be up to today? Hi, Finchie. Meep, meep. Any big plans for another shut-in day? Like I said, I gotta clean up the rabbits a little bit. The poop is getting a little out of control. Other than that, I think I'm just gonna have another quiet day. I might craft a little bit. I do want to take my son out driving. I was going to do it yesterday for practice so that he could practice, but then he was like, I'm just tired and I don't really feel like it. So I said he needs to, because he's been staying up really late and, you know, whatever. And I was like, you need to get yourself back on a schedule. He's still doing his schoolwork and everything, but he's not getting a lot of sleep. So I was like, you need to get yourself back on a decent sleeping schedule. So hopefully he'll do that, and then he'll have a little bit more, he'll be a little bit more awake and can practice driving, because he's been, it's been a little while since he practiced. Yeah, I need to get myself a webcam. I ordered one, so we'll see if I get it fairly quickly or whatever, and then hopefully I can start doing streams with video again. Oh, very cool, Jules. No lockdown for you. You're disobedient. Shame on you. Well, no lockdown really for my husband either because he's considered an essential worker, but he's being, obviously very safe. Face mask and all of that. Loads and loads of hand sanitizer. Third shift for you. Fun. Well, as long as you're safe while you're out there and take steps to make sure others are safe. Yeah, he just went out of town again today. Left this morning. He'll be back Friday. With his face masks and his sanitizer. He's got an N95, so, and other masks and loads of hand sanitizer and a really good hand cream because as much as he's cleaning his hands and sanitizing his hands were starting to get dry and cracked. And then, of course, when that happens and you're still using hand sanitizer, he says it hurts. So, we had gone to Walmart a few days ago and got a really good hand cream. Like, it was O'Keeffe's Working Hands. That stuff is awesome. Like he said, he put it on once and it already started helping his hands. So that stuff is awesome if you have a problem with dry, cracked hands. Definitely that stuff. For sure. Oh no! Brindley drools on me all the time. Ooh. Well, I have no problem with you wanting to live on the wild side. My concern is you exposing other people, like, because you don't know who you're going to run into, and I would hate for you to pass on, like, even if you don't know that you're sick, because there's no symptoms or whatever yet, you can pass it on to somebody who is going to, like, get really sick and lose their life. So, that's the only, if you want to live on the wild side for yourself, that's great. That's up to you. I just want, it just concerns me, I don't want other people, that's the thing with a lot of people. It's like, it's not only about yourself, it's about the safety of others as well. So, even if I feel like I'm safe, and even if I'm not concerned about catching it myself, I don't want to be a carrier and pass it on to somebody who can die from it. That's my main thing. Hey, Lisa, how are you? How are you doing? It's been a long time. I miss you. Dog listens. No dogs for you, huh? Yeah, I haven't been working either. We're open to the public. We weren't for a little bit, but I think we were only closed to the public for like a week and a half. And then they reopened again, even though our numbers are still going up in deaths and confirmed cases. They reopened. But, they've got tape on the floor for keeping your distance and stuff like that. But I refuse to work during that. I just don't want to. Because there's a lot of people, even though, it's for, come in for your essentials and go, limit your time in the store. Way too many people are going in there for non-essentials and browsing around, and, I'm just not good with that. I'm not good with that. I don't necessarily think they're out of control. They have to take some drastic measures. I mean, because the numbers are going up and up and up, and something, drastic things have to be done to get this under control, or it will just continue to go up. I mean, it drives me crazy when I take the dogs for a walk, and I see kids on the playground using the playground equipment. I see a group of guys playing football. I'm like, oh my Lord have mercy! You're all handling the same ball. It's fine to be outside. It's fine to be outside, but you need to do outdoor activities where you're not in close proximity to each other and you're not all handling the same equipment. Mainly if you're not all from the same household. You don't want to be handling all the same equipment. It defeats the purpose. And, parents are allowing kids to go to the playground and be on the swings. And yeah, you may be the only one there at that time, but I've seen different kids on those swings from day to day. And then the groups of people playing sports where they're handling all the same equipment, and it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. And I do get irritated when I hear a lot of people say, it's just like the flu, people die from the flu all the time. And yeah, they do. But when was the last time, because of flu season, the hospital maxed out on space? When was the last time the morgues were maxed out? When was the last time there were freezer trucks behind the hospital because the morgue can't hold anymore? When was the last time hospitals ran out of supplies because of the flu? It doesn't happen. So this is different. And I do kind of feel like it's a stab in the back for healthcare workers, the nurses and the doctors who are risking their lives every day working to take care of these people in the hospitals, and other people are going out like nothing's changed. And it's continuing to spread around. The same people will say thank you to the health workers, but a big thank you would be take extra measures so that they don't have to work so hard, Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. Especially like even with my plate where I work, people can order online their essentials. They can order the food. They can go pick it up, curbside pickup. But no, they want to open to the public so that they can sell their animals, because their animals are their moneymaker. And I don't want to get all political or anything, but I do feel like this virus is worse than the other stuff that ever had gone on, because everything's getting maxed out. People are, supplies are running out. The healthcare workers are running themselves ragged. They're dropping like flies as well, getting sick because they're there to take care of everybody else. This is different than just the random seasonal flu, and we need to treat it that way. And people are protesting now about their rights, and this isn't about your rights. This is about keeping people safe. And the sooner we all do what we're supposed to make this go away, the sooner it will go away. But as long as people are out there trying to buck the system and hold on to their quote unquote rights, the longer this is going to go on. And all those people protesting, I don't care if it's I think it's really bad when it's a violent protest. Like, there are protests where people are bringing guns now. But even peaceful protests are not good, because those people are out there not wearing masks. They're all in close proximity to each other. As they're out there protesting, they're spreading it around. Yeah, at this point, they're worried about their rights over the safety of people. They're thinking about themselves and their rights, and that's not what this is about anymore. We're supposed to be thinking about each other too, keeping each other safe. Like, people's family members are dying needlessly over this because people want to hold on to their rights. You do believe rights outweigh safety? I mean, I have a right to do whatever I want with myself. If I want to risk myself, that's one thing. But when I go out there, I'm risking the lives of other people. And to me, if I know that I'm doing that, to me, that's no different than attempted murder or like chemical warfare or whatever, because there are terrorists that use viruses as a weapon. And I almost feel like this is kind of, when we go out there knowing that we can make the situation worse, but we want to do what we want to do, we are knowingly risking the lives of other people, and I don't think that's right. To me, that's terrible. But that's just me. That's how I feel. And I don't want to be risking the lives of other people, because I might come in contact with somebody who's got this virus, and then I'm going out doing what I want to do and spreading it onto other people. I don't want to take that risk that I'm going to make somebody lose their loved one because I wanted to have my rights. Because I'm thinking about the big picture and not just about me. But that's part of the problem too, though, Doughboy. There are people that, yeah, I'm staying home, but there are people that are essential workers that have to be out there, and then they're exposed, and they can, like, my husband could come home and I could still get it, regardless of the fact that I am here keeping myself safe. He's an essential worker. So he's been exposed. He was at a company a little over a month ago where somebody there tested positive. And he doesn't know who it is or if he came into contact with them, so he had to wait and see if he was going to get it. He's fine, but then one other job that he had to go to, they were testing them, or like not testing them, but they were taking their temperatures before they went in the morning. So they went in, they would get their temperatures taken before they went in the morning, and if they had a fever, they couldn't go in. And there was a guy standing directly in front of my husband who actually had a fever, and he wasn't allowed to go in. And then again, he's exposed to something, and he can bring that home to me. I'm doing what I think is right, and I'm staying home to protect myself, but he's still out there because he has to be. And he can still bring it home to me. Yeah, you're high risk. I mean, I feel like, if there are people just gallivanting out there because they feel like they have the right to, they can get you sick. So, yeah, I just, I really feel like people are missing the point, and it's not just about our rights. It's about taking care of others. Like, we got to think about others too. Otherwise, we're just selfish. And I don't want to be a selfish person. That's fine. That is how I feel about it. I think everybody should be thinking beyond themselves. It's people's lives. That's, what I feel about it. Too many people are needlessly losing their lives because other people want to hang on to their rights. And I don't know, like, there are people are dying that aren't even high risk. There are people fighting for their life. A friend of mine recently passed away. She didn't pass away from COVID-19, but she just passed away last week, not even a week ago, and her husband now is in the hospital fighting for his life with COVID-19, and in the midst of that, knowing he just lost his wife. And he's fighting for his life with the virus. Not all essential stuff can shut down. People still need to eat. We need to be able to get our food somewhere. And we need health care. I mean, more people would die if there wasn't health care. My husband fought for those rights too, and he's just as upset about the whole thing as me. He fought for our rights, yes, but he also doesn't want, people fought for our rights and our freedom, but at the same time, we shouldn't be feeling like, screw the rest of the world, I want my rights. That's not right either. And the sooner, if we think about other people and do this right, the sooner this will be over. But this just keeps getting drawn out because people want to do their own thing. All right, take care. It kind of does upset me that people just don't want to think about other people and their safety, and they're just concerned about themselves. It just makes me sad. I have rights too, and I do have a right to go out if I want to go out. But I know that I'm risking other people, and I'm thinking beyond myself. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Sand Creek, welcome back. You're in the waiting room. I'm not in a bad mood. You going to bed? All right, take care. I'm sad. I'm sad about, the way some people think about this. I'm more of an empathetic person, I guess, that I'm always putting myself in other people's shoes too, and not just my own shoes. Hey, H7. Sometimes, I guess, for some people, like a lot of people that are protesting and everything, I think they're going to end up, maybe they'll think differently if somebody in their family loses their life to this. And I don't want to wish that on anybody, but maybe in some cases, that's going to be what it takes, is people that are losing their lives and their families, their loved ones, before they get it. Yeah, we all do have rights. We do, but we shouldn't be taking those rights away from other people as well. Like, I have my rights to go out, but, this virus is floating around. I don't know who I'm coming into contact with, and I'm going to go out there knowingly risking the lives of somebody else. I just think that's wrong. Just like a serial killer who, he gets a high from going out there and killing people. He's doing that for himself. He wants his high, and he'll take the lives of somebody else to get that high. Well, now there's other people, and this is a strong example, okay? But a serial killer will go out there and take the lives of other people for his high. I want to have my rights and go out and shop and do what I want to do, regardless of what happens to that person over there. How is that? It's an extreme example, but how is that different when I don't care about that person's life over there as long as I hang on to my rights? I am kind of getting a little passionate about this now. I can feel my face is hot. My face is heating up. Because I do feel very passionate about that. It's not just about me and my rights. It is about other people out there. Whew, maybe we should change the subject. I certainly don't want to piss other people off and send them off, make them feel like they need to leave the stream. And everybody has a right to their opinion, but at the same time, this is more than just having a difference of opinion. This is, like Lisa said, this is other people's lives. This is health. And how do we have the right to why do we have the right to say this person over here doesn't have the right to live? I want to go out and do my thing regardless of if my doing that is going to kill somebody else. Pip's doing good. Yeah, Pip is doing really well. She has a new wheel now. I don't think she ever figured out how to use the saucer. So, yesterday when I went to get Bella's little birthday cookie, I got her an actual wheel. So, she can use that now, because I know she knows how to use a wheel. Yep, little Pip. Did you see, Lisa, the video? I introduced her. She's a baby Syrian hamster. I got her Thursday, so tomorrow she will be 5 weeks old. She'll be 5 weeks old. She's just a tiny little thing. She'll get bigger, obviously, because she's a Syrian hamster, but she's a tiny little thing right now. You need to go and look. She's adorable. We had hail this morning and lightning. I love storms, but I prefer storms at night. I don't like when it rains during the day. I love rain when I can lay in bed and listen to it. Yep, and if I want to, Lisa, when she's old enough to breed, I can breed her to my hairless hamster and have more little tiny hairless hamsters. Because in order to get hairless hamsters, you have to breed a hairless male with a haired female. Surprisingly, from my research, you cannot breed hairless females. You cannot breed hairless females, but you can breed hairless males to a haired female, and the hairless gene is dominant. But hairless females have the inability to lactate, so they can get pregnant, so you got to be very careful. Hairless females can get pregnant, but they don't have the ability to lactate, so they can't feed their young, and then their young are going to die. So never breed a hairless female. Just breed the hairless males and get more hairless hamsters with a hairless male and a haired female. Oh, I love a rainy night. Love a rainy night. I'm trying to think of who that is. I know who it is. I know who sings that. Dang it. Hi, Shadow. Meet, meet. Meet, meet, meet. Meet, meet. I like getting the finch going. It cracks me up. Yeah. I didn't expect today's stream to be so wired. I don't know if I've lost a couple of followers or not. Possibly, I guess. But I'm not going to not share my opinion on it or how I feel about it. That is, I do feel strongly about that. But yep. He chirps very quietly, and then as soon as I make a noise, he'll get louder. Yes, a face heating stream. Did you see my answer? Rabbit? Eddie Rabbit? Yeah, my cheeks are hot. I was starting to get a little upset. Because that's how strongly I do feel about it. Like, other people's lives matter too. Yeah. Yep. Eddie Rabbit. It's good to see you, H7, and Lisa, you guys it's been so long since I've seen you guys. Everybody, I hope, is staying safe. I haven't been working for the last 3 weeks. It's going to be really weird to go back to work. I might just quit. Although I like the discount on stuff. Yes, my broken webcam. I ordered a webcam, like an external webcam, so hopefully I'll get that soon, and then I can start having videos again, like doing video streams. Because, yep, webcam does not work on this laptop. Oh, just because of the stay-at-home orders, I've chosen to not work. I can if I want to, but I chose not to. There are a few people that chose to stay home, so I'm not the only one. There are some people that are still working. I think there are more people working than are not working. I think there's just a handful of us that have chosen to stay home. And for about a week, we were closed to the public, just doing online ordering, curbside pickup. But just within the last week, they reopened to the public again, so people can, again, go inside. And in one day, we sold, from what I was told by one of my coworkers, we sold 8 dogs in one day. So tell me why, that's why they did it. That's why they opened. They want to make their money. They weren't making as much on the essentials, the online ordering of the food and the supplies and things like that. They wanted to sell their animals. And now people can go in and do that. And I'm not going to risk myself. I don't want to bring anything home to my husband, who is a essential worker. I don't want to bring anything home to my son. I'm not good with that. So I stay home. Yeah, exactly. And all the dogs, we had one dog that was only $600 because we'd had her a while. But all the dogs are expensive otherwise. So, with iffy money, exactly, with the economy the way it is, and lots of people out of a job right now, not being able to work, people are financing these dogs, and I think it's crazy. It's the wrong time to be doing that. Yep, and Florida reopened their beaches already. Ugh. Like, we're gonna be in for this for practically the rest of the year, I feel like, because people are rebelling so that they can keep their rights, and then it's just gonna draw this out. It's just gonna draw this out even longer. Hey Eric, how are you doing? Yep, we have our restaurants are order and pickup or delivery only. Yep. And other place like McDonald's, we went through the McDonald's drive-thru yesterday while we were out, while I was going to have my son practice driving because he felt like McDonald's, but what he normally gets is like the sausage McMuffins, and they've drastically cut down their menu. They don't have anything from the dollar menu on there anymore. They have a few combos, and that is it. They have cut down. They have a very limited menu right now. So he had to, like, on the spot, think of something else to get because anything that he wanted, and I usually get McChickens and stuff, that's not on the menu either. Yeah, and I keep thinking too, like, another analogy is, when we have children, we are as uncomfortable as it is for them. If they do something they shouldn't be doing or whatever, we discipline them, we ground them. They don't like it, but we do it for their own good. We want them to learn how to live in the real world. So we discipline them even though they can't stand it and they want to have a fit, and we don't like it when they have a fit because there are consequences to actions. Just take your discipline and get it over with. And now we're saying, now what are kids looking at? Grown adults having hissy fits because their rights are being taken away. They can't go out and risk the lives of other people. In the real world, we're trying to teach our kids to live in the real world, but the kids are seeing in the real world adults are having hissy fits. Hey, Mrs. Green Thumb, how are you doing? So, what kind of lesson are we teaching our kids? You need to behave as a child. You need to do what you're told and be a responsible adult. But when you're an adult, you can have a hissy fit because you don't like what the governor is telling you, or the president is telling you, or whoever is telling you for the safety of other people. As a child, you need to do what I tell you because I know what's best for you. But as an adult, you can act like a child. That's what we're teaching them. That's how I'm looking at it anyway. And it's ridiculous. Makes me want to, if I wasn't exposing myself, I'd want to go out there and knock a few heads together. Well, no, protesting isn't childish, but it's because peaceful protests. I think violent protests are childish, but I think peaceful protests are fine. There's nothing wrong with peaceful protests, but when we're out there right now protesting, we're risking lives because those protesters are out there without masks. They're in close proximity. That virus is just going to keep spreading. Oh, I know that. But, yeah, I think protesting this in this time is just going to continue the spread. And, like, there was a protest in Michigan where they were literally blocking emergency vehicles from getting to the hospital to do their job. To me, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. There are right and wrong ways to protest. Yep, I don't go out in public right now without a face mask. Yep. We had a little bit of a heated time earlier, Mrs. Green Thumb. My face was like all red. I'm sure it's red. My face is hot because I was getting emotionally like, woo! But trying to get it to level out again. No, we haven't hit our peak yet. Once we hit the peak and it starts getting better, we have to ride it out until it goes back down. But we can't reopen too early, or like we haven't even hit the peak yet. But if we start to flatten the curve and then we go out too soon, that curve is going to go right back up. Well, people are always, and the argument where, people die from the flu all the time, yes, they do. But I can't think of a single time where hospitals were running out of supplies. They have freezer trucks in the back of the hospital to hold dead bodies because the morgue is full. When was the last time that happened for the flu? For the run-of-the-mill seasonal flu. I can't think of a time. That's why this is more serious. The hospitals are running out of supplies. They're running out of beds. They're running out of morgue space. We need to take this more seriously than a seasonal flu. Well, I don't want to overwhelm the hospitals. I would hate to be a health care worker right now. I would hate it because my anxiety levels would be through the roof. I have anxiety just thinking about what they're going through. Because on top of all of those other cases, on top of these COVID cases, there's regular healthcare emergencies, heart attacks, strokes, surgeries, all that other stuff. So they have the regular workload on top of the other stuff. And we can thank them for their service by trying to be more careful out there so that it doesn't just continually get worse and put more stress on them. Because otherwise, it's a slap in the face to those healthcare workers. That's how I feel. We can't use our words and say thank you for your service and then do what we want and just make it worse for them. Because that's not a thank you. That's I just care about what I can do, and who cares that you are giving up your life to take care of everybody and not being able, a lot of them aren't even seeing their own families now because they don't want to bring what they've been exposed to home. I don't think they have to be quarantined for life. It has a infection period. You have it for so long and then you get over it if you don't die first. And there are people who have been getting it a second time. But that's why everybody has to do what they're told. If everybody, to the best of their ability, stays away from other people and does what they're told, eventually everybody who has it, it's going to go through their system and, no, you're not contagious if you're over it. You're not a carrier anymore once the virus has died. And you're not necessarily immune to it anymore either. You can still catch it. So you can get it, quarantine yourself until it's over, but if you go out into public and get exposed to somebody else who's got it, you're going to get it again. I mean, there has been talk that you can only get it once, like the chicken pox, but other people have been diagnosed a second time. And people are going out there, I'm fine, but they have no idea that maybe yesterday they came in contact with somebody who had it. And they don't show any symptoms for up to 2 weeks. And they continue to go out and do what they're doing. And in the meantime, all that time, while you have no symptoms, but you have it and you don't know it yet, it's continuing to get worse and worse and worse because that person, someone you've had contact with, now is exposed and they're doing the same thing you're doing, and that's how it gets outrageously out of control. If we all stay home and let it all ride out, then we're good. But the longer people try and rebel and go out there and do what they want to do, regardless of what it's doing to other people, this is just going to continue. Yeah, exactly. We'll get there sooner if we stay home. But then there are people that, like I said, I've only been out in a public place twice since this all started. I stopped working, and I've been at Walmart and work twice to pick up essentials, dog food, food for us, food for the animals. I've only been out in public twice. And I wore a mask when I did it, and I had hand sanitizer otherwise. Otherwise, all I've done is I was at home, and I went and took the dogs for a walk because they're going stir crazy too. And we would walk around the perimeter of the park, and I'm seeing kids on the play sets. Even though the parks are technically closed, kids are on the play sets. Groups of people are playing football, and I just want to scream because they're not helping the situation. Those people playing football are not all from the same household, and they're all handling the same ball. They don't know who each one of them has had contact with over the week. Those people that are on the play sets have no idea what kids were there yesterday. All handling the same equipment, touching the same stuff. And kids touch their faces all the time. You know, it's just frustrating. I said, after going for a couple of walks around the park, I was like, I just need to stay home and not even go for a walk because I want to slap people's heads. Yeah, and for the most part, I don't go to I've gone to the grocery store twice. But other than that, my husband does it because since he's an essential worker, he's out there already. He's like, since I'm out here already, I'll just do this so that you don't have to go out too. And he takes care of it, and he has an N95 mask, and he, yeah. My cheeks are hot, Lisa. My cheeks are so hot. I'm like so steamed. Yeah, people don't. I agree, David, to a degree. The people that don't want to listen, maybe they'll listen if they come down with it. But at the same time, they're also risking the lives of other people if they come down with it. That's what worries me. It's not just about risking yourself; it's risking other people. They also say personal distancing, not social distancing. Yeah, because you can be social without having close proximity. We all need to stay out of each other's personal bubbles, is what it is. Get out of my personal bubble. But yeah, it just makes me sad when I hear the alternative argument is about my rights and I have a right to do this and I have a right to do that. You do, but you don't have the right to risk the lives of other people. Because that's not, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but a serial killer wants to kill people for a high. He gets an emotional high from that. There's a sickness in the head there, whatever. I want to do this because it makes me feel good. But it's a crime. So if you are willingly going out because I want my rights, I want to do what I want to do, regardless of if it's going to make someone else sick and kill them, how is that different? You're just killing somebody with a virus. And that, to me, I don't know. That's just how I feel. And I know I've made a couple people angry with me because they had the alternative argument where it was their rights. But, oh, thank you. Yep, my hearts. I haven't been making as many hearts lately. I need to make some more hearts. And that's another thing. World of Hearts, we're in this together. Everybody's in this together. We're all in the same boat. So, people who are complaining about having their rights taken away, everybody's in the same boat. It's not just your rights. It's everybody's rights. And everybody also has a right to live. So, how do I have the right to go out there and risk someone else's life? You want the pickle mug? Did I take the pickle mug down? Or is it still there? I haven't done a pickle stream in forever. Once I get a webcam and all of that, I want to be able to do those again. Well, I think the people that I really angered have already left. If I've made you angry and you're still here, I at least appreciate that you're still here and willing to talk and not just be like, screw you and leave. Good morning, Ian, even though what time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. How are you? Dad, I can check the driveway, see if Dad even has the car, but there's food right up there with the click. Otherwise, you might have to just dip into the dog's actual food. Because if he took the car with him, he's got all the other food in the car. Yes, we need to be kind to each other, and sometimes that means sacrificing a little bit.
I think being mean to somebody can be fun sometimes.
What?
What?
Did you say being mean to somebody can be fun sometimes? Don't listen to my kid. That's the wrong message. Yes, love and compassion, not just me. Ugh.
And temporary enjoyment.
And temporary. Don't listen to my kid. Tough love, yes. Sometimes things have to get uncomfortable for us to get better. Just like what we do when we discipline our children. A little discomfort to make you a better person. But definitely you see when things get, when the chips are down, you see people's true colors. When the chips are down, are you about yourself or are you about, I mean, yes, you got to take care of yourself. It's important to love yourself and take care of yourself, but it's also important to love others. And the Bible states, love your neighbor as yourself. And how are we loving our neighbors right now when we're like, me, I have rights. Let me have my rights, regardless of what it does to other people. That's not loving our neighbor. Scoldings and chirping. Oh. Yeah, in some cases, people think they love themselves and they think they know what's good for them and they're not taking care of themselves the way they should. You're making a mess? Clean up your mess. Clean it up. Yes, I agree. There are people out there, like my husband would prefer to stay home. He would stay home if he could, but he's got a boss that he's fired people before for not coming in when he thinks they should. And his boss was actually angry with him when he didn't have to travel that 1 week, a couple of weeks ago, and he chose to stay home. His boss was angry because he wanted to have him there to train someone, which means being in close proximity. And you know, one of the office workers opened up the interior doors to lessen the contact of touching all the same things, so that you don't have to everybody has to touch all the doors to open them or shut them or whatever. And he got angry and had one of them go around and shut all the doors. So, yeah, my husband actually would, regardless of the fact that he's a very valuable worker there, his boss is like, he has fired people in the past for even having been out sick. Everyone listen to Passion's son. What did he say? Only if he said something that is nice. He is a good kid. He was being sarcastic with all that other stuff. He's a good kid. But my husband calibrates equipment for companies that are making things like masks or, ventilators and things like that. So He calibrates the equipment that makes the equipment for healthcare and other things. The chirping is killing me. So yeah, right now he's actually he has to travel out of town to work at another company calibrating equipment. And the week before my birthday, he was in Texas. He was in Houston calibrating equipment. Luckily, he gets to drive. He doesn't have to fly and expose himself that way. But sonic booms. Yep, that's the way you got to do it. There was a kid across the street who had a birthday, and family and friends that didn't live in the house all just drove by and honked at him. He was standing out on the porch, and they honked at him. They had balloons hanging on their cars. Just drove by down the side street, honking at him, yelling out the window. It was very sweet. I loved it. And he looked like he was having a blast. Like everybody just slowly drove down the street, giving him attention. Yeah, and it was my birthday a week ago. Exactly a week ago, last Wednesday, it was my birthday, and we didn't do anything. Usually we do birthday dinners out and stuff like that, and we had birthday dinner in, but I didn't even get my birthday dinner because the dog ate it. Oh, yours was 2 weeks ago? Happy belated birthday. Yeah, mine was a week ago, and I got a large pizza with stuff on it only I like, and the dog ate it, the whole thing. I didn't get a piece. Not a piece. The dog enjoyed it. Oh. Oh, wow. Aw, that's so sweet. I love that. She managed to drag it off the counter. We know that we're supposed to push things back far enough that she can't reach it. But sometimes she works really hard at it. And I think, like, the box itself was still on the counter. The box itself did not leave the counter. But she managed to grab the liner somehow and pull it out, and the whole pizza hit the floor, and she ate it. Like, when I walked into the kitchen to get my pizza, I was so excited, and it was gone. The whole thing. And she wasn't even sick. She was very bloated, but she wasn't sick. She didn't have diarrhea. She didn't throw up. Nothing. A friend of mine ordered a pizza for me, and it was a surprise. I happened to be out when it came. I had gone to Walmart with my husband to get essentials, and my son was still at home, and he called, and he was like, there's a pizza guy here trying to deliver a pizza, and we're like, we didn't order a pizza. So poor pizza guy sits out in the car and calls the girl. And I was like, are you sure this is the right house? So when we figured out what was going on, I talked to her because she called me, and I was like, send him back to the house and just, I'll let my son know that the pizza does belong here. So she had ordered me a replacement pizza. Oh, it was funny. She's like, you were supposed to be at home. I was like, I didn't know a pizza was coming. But, so I finally did get to eat my birthday pizza. Just a little bit late, and I hope Brinley enjoyed my original birthday pizza. And I literally looked up all the ingredients on it to make sure nothing was going to be toxic to her. But I was like, even if they're not toxic to her, she ate a whole freaking large pizza. But she wasn't sick. She had, yes, and there's Miss Misha. Misha's the one that ordered my pizza. Misha ordered me my pizza to replace the one I lost. Yes, it was a large pizza. It had garlic butter crust, and I know garlic in large quantities is toxic to dogs, but garlic butter, and apparently even if it was going to be toxic to her, she's fine. Garlic butter crust. Yeah, it was for my 2-year YouTube anniversary, but it was still the same pizza I would have had on my birthday. And then it had sausage, bacon, mushrooms, and tomatoes on it. Oh, that she ate. Yep. I was so looking forward to that pizza. I can eat half by myself, Bruce, in one sitting. Not a whole one, but I can eat half. It's not really the most healthy thing to do, but this chat was the best live stream chat ever. You think so? It was heated there for a little while. Exactly. I would have been sick if I ate that whole pizza, and she did it quickly. I'm doing good, Misha. Doing good. How are you? Oh, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate you guys coming in. The first half hour, I had like one person. But I stuck it out. And see, if I didn't stick it out, you guys wouldn't be here. So I'm glad I stuck it out. Even if it did get heated there for a little while. But at least I got to vent about how I felt about it, too. I did. I asked how you were. I was like, it's been a long time. How are you doing? Your house isn't peaceful? I'm not a morning person either, Misha. I literally, I woke up about 9 o'clock, but I didn't crawl out of my bed until like 10. And I should make myself more coffee. I've had 1 cup and I don't feel like it's activated my brain yet. Oh, Lisa. So you think I said good horny to you? Good horny, H7. Ah. Oh, Misha, we had a heated discussion earlier about whether or not people should hold to the stay-at-home orders or rebel and hang on to their rights and go out in public like nothing's changed. There was a debate about that, and 2 people got upset and left. Because I said people need to think more about others and not just about themselves. Basically, that's a paraphrase. Oh. I hate when that happens. Noise pollution. Oh, no, it's not. Nope. It's not. I feel like at this rate we're going to end up being extinct. The animal population is going to get better because there's less intrusion by people. Maybe I should name him Runner. Instead of Roadrunner, I'll just name him Runner. Should I name my Finch Runner? When I watch programs filmed before this virus, I think you're too close to each other. Well, they won't even, like... if there are other people out there that like The Walking Dead, we can't even see... they were filming for the last season or whatever, and, like, the final season, and all of it is filmed except for the final episode. So they can air, they might hold on to the whole thing, but they can air the whole last season, and they were unable to film the last episode because now they're not filming to protect the actors and the staff and all of that. They're not filming. So the only episode, from what I've heard, the only episode that they have not recorded is the very last episode that we're going to have to wait for now. Yeah, basically that we are. And heaven forbid if zombies were ever a part of this, because we can't even handle staying home. How are we going to handle zombies? We can't even handle staying home. I bet it has, Bruce. I really do feel like this is the zombie apocalypse without the zombies. I really do, because I've also heard that there have been home invasions to raid people of their essential supplies. COVID babies will be vampires with wings. Ah. And movie theaters are hurting because, yeah, movies are still coming out. The movies that are already filmed are coming out on demand and stuff because they can't be released in theaters. And theaters, they don't make the money from the movies. They make their money from the concessions. So no more money for them either. This is a test. Yeah. Yeah, and we're failing the test. We are failing the test of humanity. I don't think I'd be able to live in the zombie apocalypse. They need to have curbside pickup of movie popcorn, don't you think? So that we can watch our on-demand movies that are being released with movie popcorn. Drive-in movies would make a killing right now. Yeah, they'd have to have the workers in making all the having the snacks and the popcorn and all of that. But everybody would be in their own car. Drive-in movies, the place to be right now. I love drive-ins. It's been a very, very long time since I've been to a drive-in. It was mostly when I was a kid, but we did go to a drive-in movie when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out with Megan Fox. We saw that and Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, in a drive-in theater. I loved it. I miss drive-ins. Yeah. We have a drive-in theater about 20 minutes away or whatever in a nearby little town. And that's where we had gone. I'll hide in the truck, don't forget me again. Yeah, bugs. Yeah, I'm not a fan of bugs. I'll hide in the trunk. You listen to the movie in the trunk? Oh no, you get snuck in the trunk and then you're supposed to come out to watch the movie, right? Can you stop walking in front? I can't see the screen. Can't see it. Stop. And don't walk on the laptop. Once my friends moved my car. What? Oh my gosh. I would have been like, oh, someone stole my car. Or, did I really park here? I've lost my car in regular parking lots before, so it would be totally feasible for me to lose my car and drive in. How you doing now, David? Are you feeling better? I hope so. I think my cheeks are finally calming down. I would too. Move my car, I eat your snacks. Snacks, no longer yours. I said the other day when I went to Walmart, when I picked up my seeds and stuff, I really should have got me some more snacks because I missed my hot Cheetos and I didn't grab any. I know. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. It's been an active stream today. First half hour was dead, but it's been active ever since, and that's good. Oh no. Bad uncle. Did you continue arguing on the way home? Look what you did! Look, it's your fault we're walking. Yep. I'm not muted. Should I mute you guys? Me. can't eat spicy food, but there is a challenge going around where you have to buy a sucker. Oh, yes, the devil's toe. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think I could do it. I'm not good with spicy. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta feed the dog. Alright, she's a happy camper now. Yeah, I can't do. A little while back, I wanted to try. It was a chocolate bar, and it was a spicy chocolate bar. It had really, really hot. I can't remember the pepper, but the challenge was to, and it was like $20 for the square of chocolate, but $5 of the purchase was donated to prostate cancer research. And so that's a good thing. And then the challenge is to eat the whole thing. You know, was it Carolina Reaper? And I wanted to try that, but my husband was like, "You'll die. You can't do it. You'll die." Yeah, I did really like the cause. I thought if anything, I could get the chocolate bar just so that there's the donation, and then I can nibble on it and see if I can handle it, and maybe I'll fail the challenge, but at least I've, donated to the cause. But I saw a lot of videos of people eating that chocolate and just like reacting. Even celebrities were doing it. Yeah, I thought chocolate. I could eat spicy chocolate, right? I don't know. Dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate has health benefits too. That's a bonus. They all look dead? Oh, you're funny. They're all sitting up. Alright, she wants to go outside now. Give me a second. Fred! Hey! Come here. Where'd you go now? You wanted to go out. Let's go. Brinley! Brinley! Come here. Alright. Alright, and give me... I need a bigger screen here. Give me a second. I gotta go to the potty because my coffee's gone through me. My 1 cup. Just give me a second. More than a second, but give me a little bit and I will be right back. I'm back. Alright. What I miss here? What I miss? Antioxidants. Good chocolate is dairy free. Bruce, you hate dark chocolate. That is a crime. Yes, those are fish. What does he need to do first? Let me see. Oh, the challenge, the spicy challenge. Normally, things should be ladies first, but in this case, the discomfort should go to the men first. Shouldn't that be how it is? She's like, yes! Men need cuddles. Afterwards, probably, yeah. After their discomfort, they can cuddle. Man up, cheeky. Man up, cheeky. That's funny. And that quote that I have up on the screen there, everyone is battling something, be kind to each other, that holds true every single day, but I feel like it holds true now too. You know, don't just think about yourself and what you're losing. Think about others as well. Everybody is dealing with the same situation. And then on top of that, there's stuff going on amongst the situation we're all in. So we're all still dealing with regular, everyday problems on top of this. We need to be kind to each other and think about each other, not just ourselves. How do you start a space party? A space party? You plan. You plan it. Did you like that too? That's cute. I like it. Did you like that? Runner. Treat everyone the way you would like to be treated. Yes. So, if you don't want somebody to go out there and risk your life for their own reasons, don't do it to somebody else. How do you make a Kleenex dance? I was trying so hard to think. I was thinking really hard. I wouldn't have got it. You put a little boogie in it. That's funny. Ew. Yeah. If you don't want somebody to knowingly put your life at risk, don't do it to others. It's just being a decent human being. We are not the only ones on this planet. We are all dealing with this mess. We need to think about each other. There he is. And Remy's been like quiet. Remy, what are you up to? He's eating.
Are you eating? Is that what's going on? Hi. Are you eating? You're so quiet today. You haven't made a noise at all. Huh? Yes. You're quiet today.
He's looking at me. He's coming over, but he's not. He's quiet. He just wants to be quiet today. Have you learned to respect my live streams?
Is that it? You want to come out? You want to come out? Hi, buddy. Hi.
He's like, okay, I'll come out. I love Andy Griffith. I watch it all the time. I don't know. I haven't seen her comment in a while. Nip it. I am in favor of butt nipping. In favor of nipping it. Oh no, she's got the Rona. She coughed. I know, it's ridiculous. But I literally watched this girl. We were at Walmart, and she was in the same aisle as us, and I literally watched. She wasn't wearing a mask. We were. But she was holding her hand over her face, like over her nose and her mouth. She was holding her hand there, so she was touching her face. And I thought, okay, in lieu of a mask, as long as she doesn't touch other things with her hand that she's got on her face, we're all good. But she's looking at stuff on the shelf with her hand in front of her face. And then it moves away from her face, and she picks up a box off of the shelf with that hand. And I was like, oh! She looks at it, she looks at the back, she reads it, she puts it back, and then her hand goes right back to her face. And I was like, oh my God, help us. Help us all. It's not helping what you're doing. Oh, I really wanted to be like, yeah, that's not helping you, honey.
Hey, Rams, what you doing up there? Huh? What you doing? You're so quiet. You ran out of words? Huh? Did you run out of words?
My virus, Steve. I heard about that. Anymore, walking, I actually saw, like, this guy was, I don't know, I think it was like a theft. Like, he walked into a place and wanted to, rob them. And rather than walking in with a gun, he was like, I want the money, give it to me or I'll cough on you. I'm sick, I will cough on you. That's why half the time I'm equating this, not caring about others by going out there with attempted murder. Because people are using it as a weapon. Sammy's doing good. The other day he ate a cricket. And now he's back up at the top of the tank, just chilling out. You cough, I shoot. Yeah. Yep, all the animals are doing well. They're all doing good. Everybody's good. Shadow's just sitting up here, dying for attention. Hello. Are you falling asleep too? She's sitting up and her eyes are drooping. You're gonna fall asleep, you're gonna fall off the desk. If you fall asleep, you're gonna fall off the desk. She's not even reacting to me. I'm talking to her, she's not even twitching. He decided not to drive yesterday, believe it or not. I'm like, you didn't even have to come with me then. But he didn't drive yesterday. I'm hoping to get him to practice today. Nope, I didn't survive, Misha. We had a major accident and I died, and this whole stream is a figment of your imagination. This is all a dream. You're going to do live streams too, David? Awesome! I look forward to that. Oh, yes. If you guys... Yes, you got to visit Lisa1111 because she will actually feed bees. Just random on her balcony. Patio balcony thing. She'll feed bees. That's awesome. Yes, I think it's cool. I really do. I think it's cool. And you've never been stung, which is awesome. And it's like they trust you. They've come back over and over again to eat, and they know you now. So they don't feel threatened by you, and I think that's cool. Hornets. No, hornets! Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Wasps. Well, let's look it up. What is the purpose of wasps? We will look it up. Live. Let's see. Purpose of a wasp. Oh, a world without wasps would be a world with a very much larger number of insect pests on our crops and gardens, as well as being voracious and ecologically important predators. Wasps are increasingly recognized as valuable pollinators, transferring pollen as they visit flowers to drink nectar. So they're additional pollinators like other bees, but they also take care of the pests that would wreck our crops. So without them, we would have a higher number of pests on our crops. So yay, wasps. Yep, they're carnivores. See now, here. Should I kill wasps? Killing a wasp doesn't help. A dying wasp emits a chemical that tells other wasps to be on the lookout. So the more you swat, the more bellicose the rest become. Bellicose. Nearly all wasps die when the weather cools in autumn, but they don't really come out to die. So if they are dying or on the verge of dying, they let the other wasps know. There are some smells that wasps reputedly do not like, including eucalyptus, mint, and wormwood. So try dabbing some eucalyptus oil around the table and place a mint plant in the middle of it rather than a jug of flowers. Look at that. Yes. Let's see. Ouch. Why do wasps follow you? Wasps will not chase you unless you disturb them. In the process of stinging, they mark you with a chemical odor that makes it easy for other wasps to find you. If you run, they will chase you, and they are faster than you. Yellow jackets and paper wasps will not chase you very far unless you have destroyed their nest. They mark you when they sting you. Oh! So that could be why, like when I was stung as a kid, maybe they were wasps. I was stung as a kid, but I was stung multiple times. So after one sting, the rest of them followed. Yep, they're a little bit faster than you. If you kill one, it will warn the rest of its colony to be on the alert. A dying wasp will release chemical signals to tell others in the vicinity to be on the defensive. Well, they hated me because my friends were throwing rocks at their nest. And rather than going after the perpetrators, they went after me. I guess I was closer. Wasps are drawn towards most colors except red. Red, they don't like red. Or they cannot see red. That's what it is. Wasps are drawn towards most colors except red. This is because they cannot see red and will generally ignore it in favor of other colors, particularly yellow and white. So to avoid attracting a wasp, wear anything red. Yeah, I don't want to get stung by a dirt dauber. Nope, nope, nope. So if you wear all red, you're invisible. Yep, they won't see ya. It's like the T-Rex. The T-Rex. Although I don't even know if that's just a made-up fact that they can't see you if you don't move. Because unless you lived with the dinosaurs, how do you know this? Let's see. I will wear bright red patches on my bottom from now on. Now I want to look up a dirt dauber. Dirt dauber. Oh, they're ugly little skinny things. Well, a mud dauber then. A dirt dauber, I typed in dirt dauber and got mud dauber. A mud dauber is a name commonly applied to a number of wasps from either the family of things I can't pronounce that build their nests from mud. Mud daubers belong to different families and are variable in appearance. Most resemble long, slender wasps about 1 inch in length. A mud dauber or a dirt dauber. They're known by both. Let's see. Mud daubers are not normally aggressive, but can become belligerent when threatened. Stings are uncommon. So they must feel really threatened if they sting, because they don't sting often. Yeah, they can become belligerent. Hey, Eric. Wasps are worse than bees. What do you mean by worse? depends on your definition of worse, I guess. They're really great pest eliminators. Maybe they're more. Well, it says that these ones are, they can become very belligerent, but they're normally not aggressive. But when they're threatened, then they'll come after you. Hey, Southern Belle. How you doing? I'm glad I stuck around. The start of the stream was very slow, but I'm happy with how it ended up. I'm glad I stuck around and didn't give up. Mud daubers are solitary wasps that construct small nests of mud in or around homes, sheds, and barns, and under open structures. Bridges and similar sites. Several species exist in Iowa. These wasps are long and slender with a narrow thread-like waist. Some are a solid steel blue or black, but others have additional yellow markings. This wasp group is named for the nests that are made from mud collected by the females. Mud is rolled into a ball, carried to the nest, and molded into place with the wasp's mandibles. There are 3 different wasps that practice this behavior. The black and yellow mud dauber builds a series of cylindrical cells that are eventually plastered with mud to form a smooth mud nest about the size of a fist. The organ pipe mud dauber, a more robust black species, builds cylindrical tubes resembling pipe organ pipes. The 3rd species is a beautiful metallic blue wasp with blue wings. Ooh. This one does not build its own mud nest, but instead uses the abandoned nests of the black and yellow mud dauber. Oh, he just moves into the leftovers. Bees won't be aggressive. Yeah, smoke them a little bit, make them drowsy. I don't know, David. Where do bees go to the bathroom? The outhouse. Let's see. After completing the mud nest, the female captures several insects or spiders to provision the cells. I don't know if there are typos in here or not. Prey are stung and paralyzed before being placed in the nest. A single egg is deposited on the prey within each cell, and the cell sealed with mud. After the wasp has finished a series of cells, she departs and does not return. Ugh! The larvae then that hatch from the eggs feed on the prey items left by the adult wasp. So they put the prey in there, lay an egg, and the hatched larva from that egg feeds on that prey. New adult wasps emerge to start the process over again. Wasps usually evoke a great deal of anxiety or fear. However, solitary wasps, such as the mud dauber, do not defend their nest the way social wasps, such as hornets and yellowjackets, do. Mud daubers are very unlikely to sting, even when thoroughly aroused. They may sting if mishandled. Larva. A BP station. Oh, I get it. Control of these insects is not warranted since they normally pose little threat. Rather, mud daubers should be regarded as beneficial since they remove and use as prey many species of spiders which most people find disagreeable. Which, at the same time, those spiders take care of other insects too. The mud nests can be scraped off and discarded at night if they are objectionable, or wasp and hornet aerosol sprays can be used to treat nests if desired. There is no proven method that is effective in discouraging wasps from building nests in sheltered or protected areas. Prompt and frequent removal of nests is suggested in areas favored by the wasps. Don't walk your wasp wrong. Handle him properly. That's funny. Oh, jeez. Misha, are you getting sleepy? Or David? Oh, I'm talking about sleeping and I'm yawning. What else do we want to know about? We know about the mud dauber. Ooh, I want to look up the blue. It really is pretty. The blue mud dauber. Oh my gosh. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to get it up on the screen for you. It's pretty color. It's still creepy looking, but it's a pretty color. Give me a second. It is very vibrant. I'm tired from all that hot cheeking. I really am cheeky today, David. I'm messaging it to myself so that I can pull it up. All right. Give me a second. Okay. Whoops. I need to go to Facebook. It's a pretty bee. The blue mud dauber is a pretty bee, I must say. Still a creepy insect, but a pretty creepy insect. Okay. I love the color. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, my face was hot there for a little while. Whew. Alright, I'm pulling it up. Check out where to go? Check out the mud dauber. Look at him. Look how pretty that blue is. That is a pretty blue. Pretty blue. A fire ant? Yes. Fire ants hurt. Oh, she went on? All right. Isn't it? It's a very vibrant blue. I love it. Super pretty. And creepy at the same time. Felt it radiate to Ah. Yeah, that is a really pretty color bee. If I saw that in the wild, I would never know that was a bee. It doesn't look like a bee. You used to catch those? Those are bees. That is a blue mud dauber bee. Or wasp. Yes, there are some beautiful spiders as well. There is actually a lotus flower white praying mantis that is really pretty. When I was at the museum in Chicago, they had a display just about the lotus flower, or it was some sort of a flower. It resembled a flower, and that was its camouflage to capture prey. And gorgeous, gorgeous praying mantis. Oh, you used to catch fire ants. Gotcha. Yep, this is a blue mud dauber wasp. It's a nice car color. Yes, ask the car dealer for dauber blue. They I love the praying mantis. They eat their hubbies. A firefly? I'll look up a firefly. They eat their hubbies. Don't disagree with me. A firefly. Okay, let's look up a firefly. Firefly. Oh, they're kind of cute. When you look at them close up, they're kind of cute. Let's do this one. They're kind of cute. I used to catch fireflies all the time, but I always put them in a jar, like they, the whole thing where you put them in a jar and they light up. They don't typically light up when you put them in a jar. At least mine didn't. I was disappointed. All right. I got a really pretty, cute little firefly. Give me a sec. I'm going to add it. Firefly. Whoops. Firefly. Pull it up. Where are you, Mr. Firefly? Oh, Mr. Firefly, where are you? Way down the list. Hello. Why aren't you here? How did I? Oh, I went right past it. Duh. Look how cute he is. He's a cute little booger. Isn't he cute? I haven't seen Barry in forever, to be honest, and I don't know what's going on. Yeah, why would I light my butt for you when you're smothering me? Look how cute. It's cute. I don't think I ever... When was the last time anyone has ever said that a little bug is cute? I think it's cute. Barry's in a padded cell. Look at that little bright yellow tushy on him. Would be cuter with that. Do they sting? Fireflies? I didn't know they bit or stung. Mom's making him study. Yeah, a lot of homeschooling. Tarantulas look so cuddly. I just think that's the cutest little firefly ever. Look at the big eyes. So cute. Cute, cute, cute. Yeah, I didn't think they did. I don't know. Maybe that's just the part of the tail on the other side of him. Yeah, that's a firefly. It's a cute little firefly. It's the one insect I don't mind. Firefly. I don't mind fireflies. Oh my, yeah. Oh my, what big eyes you have. Better to see you with, my dear. Your finger yapping. Well, that's all fine. That's good. We need to be able to communicate. Without getting all bored. Yes, I love the time of year that the fireflies start coming out. I love just sitting and watching the yard sparkle. I love it. I've seen black squirrels. I haven't seen white squirrels, but I've seen black squirrels. And you know, it's funny that you mentioned squirrels because I literally had a dream about a squirrel. Last night I did. It was a multicolored squirrel. It had dark, like almost black, lighter brown, almost like a reddish brown, like different colors in it. I dreamt about this multicolored squirrel, and then I kept it as a pet. I captured it outside somehow for whatever reason, or it got into my house. I can't remember the dream exactly. But somehow this squirrel was in my house. And in an animal enclosure, and this squirrel was my pet. Yep. Even now, like I went to the park last summer and just sat on a picnic table and just stared at the grass, just stared at the field because it would just sparkle. It's so pretty. What happened? H7, you're leaving? What happened? What did I miss? Let's scroll back up. Can you tell that I'm bored with all my finger yapping? Have you ever seen a worm? I light up the night, brings back childhood memories. I picked up a huge dead squirrel from the road this morning. Ew. Yeah, I missed that comment. Huge squirrel is like a mammoth squirrel. Sorry I missed it. Didn't mean to. Every now and then that happens, and I'll rewatch my stream sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, I never saw that comment. How did I miss it? Didn't mean to miss it. Someone posted a video about... I heard her for a sec. Wondered what it was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, around here they don't put the U in. Which took some getting used to for me, because in Canada we use the U as well. I don't mean to miss comments. Sometimes I miss them. I don't mean to. Can't believe I've been on this long. It's been a long time since I've been on this long. I'll probably end it at the 3-hour mark. Still got 5 of you. I'm impressed. Yeah, you go ahead and mosey over if you want. We can raid her. We can raid Nana if everybody wants to. Might as well. She's live right now. Anyone want to raid Nana? Who wants to raid Nana? I'll pull up her link. Give me a sec. Alright. Alright. There is her link to her live stream right here. Let's all go and raid Nana, guys. I was going to wait till the 3-hour mark, but who cares? That's only 10 more minutes, so let's go raid Nana, guys. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me, guys. I had a lot of fun today, even with the heated moments.